I back up all my photos to Google Photos from my phone and my iPad and computer. At the moment I've got over 1700 photos all stored in my Google Photo library. But what if something happens to my Google Photo library? So in this video I'm going to show you 2 ways that you can download all your photos and videos and save it on your hard drive or 2 external hard drives. The first method is called Google Takeout. Takeout.google.com and open Google Takeout. And you'll need to verify your Google account first. Google Takeout is Google's way of allowing you access to all your data and information from all its products. Now, I don't want all of these. I only want Google Photos, and I don't want to turn them off one by one. So I can select none and then look for Google Photos and select that. And you have 2 ways to download all your data. You can include all photo albums, and a photo album in this sense is just one day. So I've got 1717 separate days of photos. And you want all your photo albums, you want to download everything because you want a complete archive. This way turns out to be very messy, and even though it's simple to download everything, once you've got the photos, it's very difficult to work with, which is why I'm going to recommend the second way. So let's just look at Google Photos, and Wednesday, February 28th, that is one album, according to the takeout process. The 26th of February took one photo or video, but that's considered an album, as are the actual albums that you create. So if I was doing this as a real process, I would include everything, but I'm going to just select photo albums just for the purpose of this video. So the 19th of March 2013, the 20th of March, every one of those is an album. And I'm going to toggle that off. And I'm just going to download a couple of months of photos from 2016. So I'm going to find those albums in this long list. So I've selected albums ranging from May to August 2016. And I've also, at the bottom, selected an actual album. So any album that you create, you can also download that as a part of your backup. So once you've selected the albums, I'm going to click OK and then Next. And then you can decide how you want this information delivered to you. It's going to come in a zip file, but you can decide whether it's a zip or a TGZ file. I'll leave it at zip. And if you're downloading all your photos, so all of my 1700 photos, is going to be, I can decide what size file I want each of those. I want that information to be delivered in. So I could have a number of 2 gigabyte files or a number of 10 gigabyte files, whatever you think your system can handle. So I'm just going to leave it at the default. And then the delivery method I'll leave at the default because I just want to know when the archive is ready and to create this backup, and it will tell me via an email, your archive has been prepared, it's ready to download. Or I can send the zip files directly to one of those third-party cloud storage providers. I'm just going to leave it at email and then create archive. And this will take some time depending on how many albums you've downloaded. And you can just go away and wait for the email to tell you that your archive is ready to download. So we'll come back when that's done. And as soon as that's completed, you get your email. You can see mine up the top there, saying your data archive is ready. You can go to the email and there'll be a link there, or you can just download from here because it takes you straight to the Manage Your Archive page. These are all the previous archives that I've downloaded. And this is the latest one. It hasn't been downloaded. You can see there's still a download button there. So I'm going to download this. Then you have to verify yourself again for your Google account. And then your download will start. Download as a zip file. Now I'm going to test it. So I'm going to go to 2016. So July 2016, just to test one of the days where there was a number of photos. So on the 28th of June 2016. These are all the photos that I would expect to find as one of the albums in Google Takeout. So go to my Finder. There's the zip file that's just been downloaded. So I'm going to extract that zip file just by double clicking on it. Depends on what you have on your system for unzipping. And open the Takeout folder and see what's in there. And I've got every single album from that time period. So from June, there's the 18th of June, 27th of June, including the actual album I downloaded. So inside that album will be a whole lot of files. And then the problem now for me with this method is that what do I do with all these files? Every single day is its own album. And if I open up one of these albums, we're looking for June the 28th. So June 28th, which is here, there's the 28th of June. So if I open that folder, there's a few pictures there, but there's also other information like metadata and JSON files, which is some sort of data structure file. Now, I don't want any of that stuff. So to get rid of it means I have to open that folder and then sort by kind, which gives me all the JPEGs at the top here and all the JSON files and metadata here. I don't need them, so I'm going to trash those, which leaves me with the photos. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 photos there. There's 1, 2, 3, that's one long photo. So there's 40 photos. The 4 photos are there. There's 2 instances of 9. So it hasn't actually downloaded. This was a file done on the iPhone, which was one of those panoramas. So it didn't like that one. So it hasn't really downloaded all the photos. So if I look for this one, which is a wedding. So July 23, 2016 was a wedding. So there should be a lot of photos in the archive. So here's the 23rd of July. Open that folder or just open it to open it. There's a lot of photos in there. I'm not really sure I've got them all. I'm going to sort by kind and delete all of the JSON files, which leaves me with the photos. But I would have to do that for every one to make this really useful. And it also gives you multiple folders on each day. So, I don't know what a 2 is. There's 1 photo and 2 JSON files. So to me, it might have downloaded the whole archive, but it's left me with a mess. And not something I can really do much with. If I lost my whole Google Photos library, this would take me an awful long time to restore it using this method. So I'm not recommending that method. For me, I like a different one, which I'm about to show you, which puts all of your photos in a month. So if I want to download June 2016, I just want a folder that says June 2017, and inside that folder are all the photos, not sorted by day. This is what it looks like. So I've created a folder called Google Photos Library Archive. And when we open that folder, inside that is a folder for every year. And I haven't finished this process. It takes a bit of time depending on how many photos you have. But for 2018, I've got January to February, I've done February, and I'm recording this in July, so I have to archive the remaining months. This method means at the end of each month, archive that month's photos and come up with some sort of workflow. And I haven't done them all, but I've done all of 2017. And if there weren't enough photos in 1 month, then I might join 2 months together like June and July. So how do you do that process? So I've done January to February of 2018. Let's do March 2018. So in your Google Photos, I'm looking for 2018 and I'm looking for March. So when I get to the first March photo, I'm going to select the tick to select all 3 of those photos. And as I'm working through this process, if there's a photo there that's a screenshot or something I really don't want to keep forever, I just don't select it. So I could not select that one. So I only want March. So I'm going through all of those. I don't really want that. And that's it. That's the last March photo. So I've selected all my March photos. And then I go to more options. select download, and it will give me a zip file of March 2018. Go to the Finder. There's the photos file. I'm going to rename it and put it into my library archive so it goes into 2018. So March, and before I go, I'm going to unzip it, double clicking it, and just see that all the photos are there. So all the photos are there, including the movies, the HEIC files, the files taken with the Apple iPhone, any movies, any collages, anything I've done with the assistant will all be in that folder. And you can see the different days they were taken. So the 29th of March are all those are all the photos that were selected. And each day is included there, but it's all self-contained into 1 month. And once I know that that's accurate, I'm going to delete that file because I just want to keep the zip files. And once I've finally got this whole process finished, then I'll take this whole photo library archive and copy it to an external hard drive, or put it in Dropbox, or put it on a NAS drive. But to me, that is a longer process, but in the end, it's much more usable and easier to restore and easier to find a picture later. So if I was looking for the dog's 5th birthday and I knew it was in February 2018, I could just go and unzip that folder and search through that month's photos looking for all the pictures from his birthday. And the ease of that process will depend on your system. On a Mac, it's quite simple. In this video, I've shown you 2 ways that you can download all your photos and videos from your Google Photo library and then save those files as a zip file and put them onto an external hard drive.